the big focus story for us today continues to remain the fifth phase of the West Bengal election in the midst of a massive surge in COVID-19 cases. This is the biggest phase of voting in Bengal that has just begun a short while ago. 45 seats across 6 districts in the north and south of Bengal will be seeing polling today. This for 130. Bengal has already voted for 135 seats. So with today's polls, the results in more than half of the 294 seats in the West Bengal Assembly election will be sealed. In this phase, the fate of some key Trinamool ministers will be decided. Bratya Bose, Gautam Deb and Siddiqullah Chaudhary. Also, Jagannath Sarkar, one of the 5 BJP MPs, is contesting in today's phase of the election. It is a crucial phase for both the main rivals in the high-voltage elections. In 2019, the BJP had polled a total of 45% of votes in these seats, more than the Trinamool's 41%. The BJP needs to retain this edge and the Trinamool to regain ground. Monideepa joins us with the very latest. Monideepa, amid a huge surge in COVID-19 cases pan-India and also an uptick in cases in West Bengal, the fifth phase, the biggest phase of polling, is underway.
That's right, and I think the word about, the COVID pandemic spread, that has reached the people. And I'm at a booth which has 13 polling booths. There are 13 rooms where people are voting, and it is good to see that all these women who have turned out in huge numbers over here, they are all wearing masks. It is something I have not seen in any of the other phases of the elections, that everybody is wearing masks and they are in huge numbers, and clearly the message is getting across. This is the BIDHANNAGAR constituency where I'm at, BIDHANNAGAR, where there are, as I mentioned, in the school up here, 13 polling booths and therefore a huge crowd. Also huge security forces arriving on the spot. Some 700 companies of security forces have been deployed in this phase of the elections. It's huge, and there is a large number here in Salt Lake as well. Security is a key concern. We all know what happened in the fourth phase of the polls. Sheetalkuchi was the worst that could have happened. 4 people dying in central forces firing, and of course a 5th person as well. Nobody wants a repeat of that. But since 7 o'clock in the morning, already reports of minor incidents pretty much from Nadia, from down south here in North 24 Parganas, as well as Burdwan being reported. This is a crucial phase. 45 seats going to the polls. Now, last time in these particular seats, the BJP had actually raced ahead of the Trinamool Congress. Trinamool was at some 41% vote, BJP at 45%. For both parties, it's a huge challenge. The BJP has to try and retain that edge, and the Trinamool to regain ground that it probably lost in 2019, though its 2016 assembly results were, they were well ahead in the number of seats they had. COVID is clearly a huge issue right now. Let me ask these young men, ki apni ki first time voter?
না আমি সেকেন্ড টাইম
Okay, apni?
আমি 3 নম্বর
মাস্কটা খুললেন কেন?
মাস্ক খুলে দিয়েছি ওই ঢুকে যাচ্ছে আসছি
Okay, so you can see these people, all of them being sent in bunches, and they are all COVID aware. COVID appropriate behavior is what you can see, and that is really, really something significant.